Now, considering I'm not a true crime YouTuber, I don't believe I am, right? I believe that I've done news and politics for 16 years on this platform. I've done crime cases and obviously news stories. And so with that being said, I never considered myself a true crimer per se, like most of these YouTubers. I think a lot of these people pour a lot of their energy into deep diving into the case. I do it as well, but I do it with every story that I cover. When it comes to this, what I'd like to provide to the community or to the people watching my videos is a little bit of nuance, a little bit, not just devil's advocate, but I like to be completely fair and take the position of innocent until proven guilty. I did the same thing with Leilani Simon, and I'll do the same thing with Bryan Kohberger. It's very easy to follow the mainstream media's narrative and say, oh, the police and the FBI, they're 100% right, like they've always been. Have they always been? I tend to question a lot of these people. I tend to question, I'm a conspiracy theorist. Let's just call it what it is. I don't believe that we really landed on the moon. I don't believe JFK was shot by one single bullet. I don't believe that Building 7 fell on it, just fell on its own. I don't believe that the Gulf and Tonkin incident was the official narrative. Do you see what I'm saying? So when it comes to things like this, I look and I follow the money and I try to look at it from an objective perspective, where many of you guys are just looking to solve the case. I don't actually care if a lot of these cases get solved or not, but I do like to live in a world of truth. Not the convenient truth, just truth. Guys, I'm thejbgunner. This is Crime Time. Today, what we're going to be looking at is some truth about Bryan Kohberger. Now, why am I calling it the truth? Because everything negative that is said about Bryan Kohberger, y'all call the truth. Whether there's any evidence to it or not, every single time someone comes out and says something negative about Kohberger, you latch on to it. Some of you motherfuckers even call him a cannibal. We're going to dive into this because someone he went to school with has spoken, and the beautiful and hardworking Sleuthy Goosey has provided that information to the internet. And I'm going to be providing it to you today and reacting to it. Let's go ahead and get things started. Let's go.
Bring it back.
What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. I'm thejbgunner, and this is Crime Time. Now, before we get started, I want to say first and foremost, thank you to everybody that supports this channel or any of my channels, regardless of the method you choose, whether it's Cash App, Patreon, Venmo, PayPal. Truth is, guys, I couldn't do this each and every day as often as I do if it wasn't for you, the Gun Squad. With all that being said, if you too find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. Show your boy some love. Support the channel. You never know when YouTube's going to take me down, give me a strike, whatever the fuck. You guys are what makes this thing roll. While you're down there, if you're not a snowflake, for instance, if you agree with my shirt, feel free to click on some of my other channels, my news, my politics channel. That way you can keep up with some of my other content. If you enjoy my commentary, I also got gaming channel, live stream channels. I do go live every day. I just don't over here because let's just face it, there's not enough content. A lot of these YouTubers are going live every single day, taking one little Daily Mail article and turning it into a 3-hour stream so they can milk you for some money. Don't get me wrong, I want your money, but I don't want to milk you like that. I mean, you ain't no, well, some of you are cows, but most of you are not. I've seen your pictures. Some of y'all are just as hot as these chicks right here. Anyway, let's go ahead, especially Sleuthy Goosey. Let me say that. Let's go ahead and give a shout out to Sleuthy Goosey real quick because I am going to be taking a look at her video today. Make sure you guys go subscribe to her. I will put her link in the description box. She's not really a YouTuber though. Where you can find her best work, just so you guys can see, it's actually over here on Twitter. I've always loved her since I read her original tagline here, U.S. Secret Service. Yes. I want in on that secret. Anyways, so Sleuthy does excellent work here. She has 20,000 followers on Twitter, and it's for a good fucking reason because she does excellent work. Excellent work. All right, so here's what we're going to do. She posted a video, and what this is, it says an interview I bet you haven't heard. Chris, this is some dude that went to high school with Bryan Kohberger. And this is going to break down a lot of the rumors you guys got to say about him. I told you guys at the beginning, I've been telling you guys, Kohberger is not a fucking murderer. Bryan Kohberger is a good kid, a smart kid, a stand-up kid. And in my opinion, there's no evidence pointing to the other opinion. Kohberger doesn't even look creepy. He looks like a nerd. No offense, because I'm a nerd. He looks like a fucking nerd. He looks like the type of dude that goes and studies for his PhD and then goes golfing. I was actually having a conversation with a chick last night, and here's something that we was kicking around, because this chick was talking about the golf clubs. Here's the thing. Did anybody ever ask this question? I'm just going to throw this out there. Why is the golf clubs in evidence, if it's in evidence? Did anybody ever consider that maybe, just maybe, the golf clubs are connected to Kohberger? Did anybody ever consider that Kohberger? Well, everybody assumes they're Ethan's golf clubs. Why? Did anybody ever consider that maybe Kohberger was banging Bethany or something of that nature? And just maybe, since Kohberger, I can imagine Kohberger golfing. I'm just saying, it is possible. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying I think that for sure. All I'm doing is throwing that out and seeing if it sticks. Because I do believe Bryan Kohberger has a connection to the house. I do believe that, actually. And I do believe that it's possible he could have been banging Dylan or Bethany or fucking even Kaylee. Who the fuck knows? But let's go ahead and get on into this. I want to show you guys this video. And some of you guys, I don't know how you'll take it, but the way you should take this is a first-hand account from someone that knew Bryan Kohberger in high school. Let's go ahead and take a listen to it.
Kohberger was blindsided.
Hold on.
Bryan.
I want you to just listen to all this.
This is out of character for Bryan, these allegations.
Nothing that's surprising that he would possibly be stalking other individuals. Also, it's not surprising that he would have been condescending or treat women differently than men.
Shut up, bitch. It's very, you know what? Shut up, bitch. Anyways, I just want to make this clear. Kohberger and these fucking people in the media, they're clowns. Okay? We're going to watch this through, and I'm going to react to it. However, I just want to make this clear. Kohberger, Nancy Grace, all of these people in the media, they're all clowns. They don't know Kohberger at all. Is there any evidence at all that Bryan Kohberger was creepy? Is there any evidence at all that Bryan Kohberger stalked women? Because Kohberger, listen, bitch, the very same Dateline you was on admitted that it's been confirmed that Bryan Kohberger did not jump in these bitches' inboxes. Bryan Kohberger was not stalking them on the internet. Bryan Kohberger, do you see what I'm saying? Dateline itself, the show that you was on, Kohberger, is the one that released that information, revealed that information. Here, let's go back. I'll try to let you guys see this.
Bryan Kohberger was blindsided.
This is out of character for Bryan, these allegations.
Nothing that's surprising that he would possibly be stalking other individuals. Also, it's not surprising that he would have been condescending or treat women differently than men based on what we know.
Was he? I mean, like, if this hadn't happened, would you ever have thought he was weird?
Exactly. That's what I'm seeing is like the people that are saying that, I know for a fact.
This is Chris.
Didn't really know him. And
exactly.
Just saying it because they don't want to sound like they're, for him. I'm just being honest he wasn't a bad dude in high school. He was a straight A student. He gained popularity. He lost a lot of weight. It was complete opposite from what you think. And that's what should be told, but they're not going to say that. So
bam. Good dude, lost a lot of weight, gaining popularity. He'll later tell you about how he was talking to hoes and had bitches. I told you, motherfuckers. A dude studying, a dude this smart, a dude going for his PhD, a dude with fucking master's degrees. Trust me, they get pussy. Do you know why? Because women will fuck you just because of your potential as a mate, your potential as a provider, your potential as a good dude. That's the truth. That is the truth. And let me tell you something. There is nothing, and I mean this wholeheartedly, There is nothing that can make a dude better than a dude that used to get rejected that can get pussy now. A dude that used to get rejected and can get pussy now is a lot more appreciative of the pussy. So a dude like Bryan Kohberger, who was fat and maybe didn't get any pussy, and he grew up into himself, he's developing himself, he's becoming the man that he's gonna be. There are so many chicks, I've seen them in my comment section, that would easily fuck Bryan Kohberger. So it's really weird, and usually what you got is people at home not getting any pussy, saying that they don't think Bryan Kohberger could get some pussy. He's an incel, is he? How you know? How you know? It's funny to me. It's funny to me. You guys call anybody an incel that you don't agree with. Shit, y'all have called me incels, and I've gotten my dick sucked live on camera several times by several different women. JB, you sit and make videos all day. That's called a job. You must be an incel. About the naked bitch in the back. What about that bitch? But you're still an incel. I bet you paid for it. We all pay for it. That's called rent. Anyways, let's get back to this. Let's go. So let's go.
Straight A student. He gained popularity. He lost a lot of weight. It was complete opposite from what you think.
Bam.
And that's what should be told, but they're not going to say that. So,
I think that the reason why it was still so bloody, with all his knowledge, was because his rage. And again,
rage.
I think that, and I still think, the more we find out that he's an incel, and that this was incel rage against women, because of his history with women, starting in.
No, let me explain this to you. People that call women out for what they are, even if that was true, Kohberger doesn't show that, are people that actually know women, right? And that's not scared of women. I will call women out because I ain't scared of these bitches. Because even if they don't want to fuck me, somebody else is going to want to fuck me. The only people that sit and bow down and kowtow to women are people that are afraid that they'll never be able to get pussy again. Men, tell me in the comment section, am I right or am I wrong? The men that sit and pray, put women up on the pedestal and bow down to them are men that fear that they will never be able to get pussy again. They fear putting a woman in check. They fear telling a woman the truth about herself. Do I look fat in this dress, JB? Yeah, you do. You do. You absolutely do. You fear telling them that because you're scared she's going to leave you and go suck somebody else off, and then you're going to be stuck there with no pussy. How's these eggs, JB? They taste like shit, ma'am. They taste like shit. Can we try a little bit harder? But you guys lied to them. You guys are scared of them, but other people are not. Just making it clear. That don't make us an incel. And it doesn't mean we hate women because we tell females the truth. Does me having so many sexual partners bother you, JB? Yes, it makes your pussy look like Arby's roast beef with the horsey sauce dripping out. It's a little bit triggering. It's a little bit upsetting. Anyways, let's go ahead and roll on. Let's go ahead.
High school, well, at least starting in high school, where the girls would be bullying him.
What are some of the things that you've seen about him that you're like, oh no, that's not right?
Like people saying that he was a bully, people saying that he was always weird and had a vendetta towards people. From somebody that was just the outside looking in, I didn't see any of that.
He was always good to me. Now, over the years, that has changed. I know going.
Casey said he was always good to me. Now, keep in mind, that's a chick that used to roll with him. And let me ask you a question. Do you think she just drove him around for no reason? You don't think she sucked him off a couple of times? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. All right? Let's go ahead.
Into his senior year, he lost a lot of weight. It was then I hear that he might have become a bully.
He really didn't have.
I hear that he might have become a bully. I hear that maybe he might have. Go ahead, Chris.
Reason to get bullied. And then people said he turned into the bully, which I'm seeing everywhere. He turned into the bully in high school. which I just, like I said, I went through a transformation in high school as well. I was probably like the second biggest as far as muscular wise kid in the school. So like I hated bullies. I made sure, like, you know, if I ever saw a bully do anything, I would like step in and do something. And Bryan was always just a kid that was very smart, went to after school academic like programs and stuff.
I'm sorry, is there anybody here shocked that the smart genius kid going for his PhD went to after school programs, educational programs? Yeah? Anybody shocked at that? I'm not. Because I myself had an IQ of 149. I myself have 3 degrees. I myself never even made my first B until high school. Straight A's all the way through. And you know what I did in my spare time? Extracurricular activities, played sports, and any kind of educational shit I could do. I even was in plays and shit. Anything I could dig into. Until I got later in life when I started getting in trouble. But that's a whole different ball game. It's just the truth. The kid, I know smart kids when I see him, and he's clearly the smart kid.
His mother was really nice. You know, so again, to see all this is just crazy. And then
why do people stalk? They stalk because they're feeling persecuted, and this is a way that they can exact their revenge. The same reason why people commit these types of heinous murders.
No, that's not the reason people stalk. Even if Kohberger was that's not the reason people stalk. I've got stalkers, and it's always some chick that doesn't feel persecuted necessarily. Basically what it is people that want to get closer to me, but don't know how to get closer to me. That's how this shit works. Usually, that's what I would say 90% of stalkers are. There are a very small percentage that I think is doing it out of vengeance. But every stalker I've had and or have are just chicks that wish they could be with me. Then they're just chicks trying to see if they still got an opportunity. Just chicks trying to check in. And the reason why is because chicks like to wallow around in their own failure. They fucked up and they can't unclick. They got to keep watching my videos. They got to keep, you know what I'm saying? It's just how they love to wallow around in their own fucking failure, their own misery. So with stalkers, that's really what it is. It's kind of a self-loathing, but at the same time, it is I still want to keep my eye on this person.
All it means is pursuing stealthily. So this would line up completely with the crime he is accused of committing.
Like, you wouldn't think in a million years anybody you went to school with would do something like this. But if you laid out people, I could pick people out just from what I remember in high school who might be capable of, you know, doing anything. But Bryan was just always a smart kid. I mean, he was bigger in grade school, and then he did like a weight transformation in high school. I remember, lost a lot of weight, gained confidence, got girlfriends, was talking to girls, interactive.
Gained weight, lost weight, gained confidence, started talking to girls, started having girls. Exactly. When you go through that transformation and once you gain your confidence, chicks just come. Like, it's a lot, actually. Depends on who you're dealing with. The truth of the matter is, they do just, it's not that, chicks like confidence. Ladies, now it's my turn to ask you, am I right or wrong? Chicks like confidence. They don't want you to say, excuse me, ma'am, do you think maybe you can give me some fellatio? No, they want you to suck my dick. Get down there, do your fucking job. Ladies, am I right, am I wrong? I mean, I'm not asking you old people that don't fuck. I'm asking the ladies that actually still engage in sexual activity. Not you old people that are like, no, I want him to ask me for fellatio. No, anybody that says the word fellatio ain't getting no fucking fellatio. Anyway, let's go.
impulses that he has. For example, we know that he has this obsessive compulsive attitude towards food.
We don't know that.
He's not just vegan.
We don't know that.
He doesn't want to have anything that has been in a pot or on a plate that has touched meat. And that tells me that he might be scared that he could actually engage in cannibalism after.
Now they're calling Bryan Kohberger a fucking cannibal. The dude that don't eat meat. They say, well, he's got to be mentally retarded. He's got to think he's going to be a cannibal. Where do they come up with this shit? I don't eat fish. Does you think that means I'm afraid I'm going to become a fucking goddamn eel? I don't know. Like what does that mean? The dude don't like meat. The dude don't want to eat meat. If that's even true. If that's even true. Big fucking deal.
You're killing somebody.
Did you ever think that maybe because he used to be fat, that his veganism has nothing to even do with animals? Did you ever think that maybe him being a vegan has everything to do with him not wanting to get fat again? Did you ever think about that, you dumb bitch? Probably not. Probably not. Because you people don't fucking think. Oh my God. Listen, by the way, I think we vegans are weak as shit. I think you motherfuckers are limp-wristed as shit. I don't trust any man that don't eat eat meat and drink beer. I think there's something wrong with you limp-wristed, pink-wearing motherfuckers. Y'all voted for Hillary. I know you did. My point of this is, and no, I don't trust any man that would vote for Hillary Clinton, and I don't care if that makes you unsubscribe or not. Go fuck yourself, lame. Anyway, my point of this is, at the end of the day, that's a choice he made, and judging by his past fatness, it's probably just him wanting to keep the weight down. Big fucking deal. Big fucking deal.
And that tells me that he might be scared that he could actually
engage in cannibalism after killing somebody.
Of course.
So, I think that the reason why it was still so bloody with all his knowledge was because his rage. And again, that I think that, and I still think the more we find out that he's an incel and that this was incel rage against women.
Right.
I mean, you have to be a special kind of individual to do exactly what he did and how he did it. But
exactly.
It just doesn't add up to the person I went to school with.
Exactly.
That's what I can't put together, And I know nobody wants to hear that. Everybody wants to hear he was sick, he did this, he killed animals, he was, all this stuff, but it's just not true,
Just not true. And no, not everybody doesn't want to hear it. I'm glad you came out, Chris. I'm glad you told us. Because what you did is you confirmed the very idea. Look, man, it's confirmation bias. The same way that the people that are anti-Kohberger have confirmation bias, I guess we probably do too. So it's good to hear somebody come out and say this. In fact, everybody that I've heard of come out and talk about Kohberger said, hey, he's a good dude. There's that one fat weirdo, the Tinder bitch, that fucked him and doesn't want her husband to know. And so he tried to tickle me. Well, yeah, that bitch, that's what we do when we fuck. Well, that's what we do. We tickle and flirt and shit. And bitch, you watched 2 movies with him. I know you fucked him. Ain't no chick watching a second movie with you and not fuck him. It's just not happening. It's just not happening.
There was never any unsolved murders in my area. There's still no unsolved murders in my area.
Was he ever in any kind of trouble as a juvenile?
No. Never got in trouble in school one time. Like I said, he was probably top 5 or top 10 of 500 or 600 people of his class. You gotta understand.
Academics, top 5, top 10, never got in trouble. Good dude, smart dude. There you have it.
And that. So
yeah.
He didn't have any time to get in trouble. What I remember of him is completely different than what everybody is painting him out to be.
It's because they don't know him.
Kohberger's friend Bree, who says she met Kohberger at a party when they attended Pleasant Valley.
Now, you don't think he was banging Bree? You don't think he was banging that chick that was sitting there drinking with her tongue out, a little bit overweight? You don't think? That big chick, once she got a little bit of a fireball in her, you don't think she was sucking dick? Come on. Come on. Kohberger's been banging bitches for a long time. I've been telling you. Kohberger's been banging these hoes for a long time, and I know that pisses off Detective John. I didn't want you talking about the women's like this. Well, go fuck yourself. You talk how you talk, I talk how I talk. You one of them people who, hey, do I look fat in this dress? No, honey. No, not at all. Shut up, simp. Shut up, lame. Let's go ahead and get back to this.
Valley High School.
Bryan was really funny. He wasn't outgoing at all. But he also wasn't shy.
She says they bonded over their love of the outdoors.
I don't necessarily remember the conversations, but you definitely remember how someone makes you feel. I just remember feeling
good.
Okay, I was just with a friend.
We know now through cell phones that he was stalking them.
Oh,
that he was stalking the
that's
four
not true.
of them, particularly Kaylee.
No, we don't know that. And Dateline provided that information. So did Cooper Duper. That was, No, we now know he was not stalking them. He was not sliding in their inboxes. We now know that. Go ahead.
And she had told her father that she had a stalker.
People have been wondering if Kaylee had a stalker, if that was really true.
I said this, she's a pretty girl, her friends were really pretty, so them attracting attention was pretty common wherever they went. So I think she attracted attention, whether that's a dedicated person following her around, maybe not. I do believe that the officers looked in it, and I believe what they said, that there was no evidence there.
Bam! Remember that same bitch was telling you, even her father said there was a stalker. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. The police didn't even say it. Nobody said that Kaylee had a stalker. You dumb cunt. Go ahead.
Also, a man who runs a store who was told, by Kaylee
was
herself,
told. I mean, it runs a
the
store.
Other, for students, and so we see that this is true.
How do we see this is true?
Do stem from all of the vagueness, and it's human nature to want answers. It's human nature to kind of put forth a theory so that you can even comprehend it in your brain.
Right.
And so I think that's how we're getting all of some of these really, really off the wall theories, and some of these theories like Kaylee had a stalker, that even we're sitting here scratching our heads saying, no, it couldn't be. If it was, it would be news to us.
Bam!
Yeah.
Bam!
This is something that in terms of Kohberger,
It couldn't be, because if it was, it would be news to us. Ooh, that shit hurts, doesn't it? That shit hurts some of you motherfuckers, doesn't it? Let's go.
behavior has been really consistent. Really throughout the past decade and a half of his life, this has been reported that this is how he has made women feel and treated them. And depending on the direction that the prosecution's going to go in regards to a motive, they absolutely could be called as witnesses.
It's just so odd because if he stayed the way he was in grade school, getting picked on and had a vendetta, I could see
there we go,
like a motive. But it was a complete 180 in high school. So.
Bam! There we go. There we go. What is the truth? Sloozy Goosey, you've done an excellent job. You've done an excellent job right there. I'm leaving it up to y'all. I think Kohberger was a smart kid that also had females. He was getting his. There was plenty of reports. There's reports of an Asian chick going in and out of his apartment. There was hairs found in his shower. Listen, man, I've got hairs in my shower and ain't none of them mine. None of the hairs that's probably in my shower drain are mine. Do you know why? Because I get pussy. Kohberger got pussy. I know you don't want to hear that because you want to keep telling me and telling everybody he's an incel. But Kohberger was on his way to a 6-figure income. And let me tell you something. There was one thing women will tell you. If you're 6 feet tall, 6 inches, and you got a 6-figure income, you can fuck almost in. That makes you literally one of the top 10% of men on this planet. especially when it comes to what women look for. I'm just calling it like it is. If you make a 6-figure income, you're already in the top 15% of human on this planet. If you then go up to over 6 foot tall, that takes you up into the top 10. You add the fact that you got over a 6-inch dick when the average size is 5.23, that gives you the triple crown. You are the elite of the elite, and women know that. So men, stop selling yourself short. Kohberger, and I don't know what about his dick, that's on between y'all, but over 6 feet, and he was for sure gonna have a 6-figure income. You're telling me this dude wasn't getting pussy? I'm telling you, you're delusional. And most women here know I'm telling the truth. Guys, I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time. That is the truth about Kohberger from someone that knew Bryan Kohberger, that went to school with Bryan Kohberger. That's reality. That's the truth. And that's what I'm here to bring you. If you like what I do here and you find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. Show your boys some love. Join the Gun Squad today. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. It may not be till Monday. It's Friday. I don't know. I may come this weekend. I don't know. I don't intend on having no company. I'm taking the weekend off. I'm tired of these motherfuckers. See y'all next time.